Yo, what up? You know what it is. It's your boy AJ Francis reporting to you live from New York City, the birthplace of hip-hop. And I'm telling you that I'm only tuned in with True Heel Heat Wrestling. Holla at me.
All right, hello, True Heel Heat. I'm the AEW World Champion MJF. Just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or since you listen to this podcast, or you're listening to True Heel Heat, and I apologize for that.
What's going on, everybody? This is your former AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Once a champion, always a champion. Swerve Strickland. Whose house? Swerve's house. You're watching True Heel Heat podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for our AEW Continental Classic 2024 preview, breaking down this year's round robin tournament from All Elite Wrestling. And my, oh my, look what the special guests that we had for our preview this week, an impromptu preview that we're doing for AEW Continental Classic. Had to call in my good brother, my co-host every Thursday on AE Ramble, the best AEW Dynamite review in the land. It is the good brother, Jimmy Macram. How are you doing?
Well, ladies and gents, SP3, how are you, ladies? Wrestling, it's wrestling.
Lady.
Yeah, hello, Annika and gents. Hello, Annika and
Roxy. You can't forget about Roxy. Roxy's here sometimes.
She's been avoiding us. Well, me at least. I can't speak.
Yeah. You tell me. We used to have a loyal, female fan base, and some of your terms may have scared them away.
It's entirely possible. I, however, am going to blame Tony Khan.
Or as what do the new kids say? Not to say this is not about the females that watch the channel. The females that watch the channel are great human beings. But I've heard that the kids refer to it as people like Jimmy scare away the hoes.
Scare the hoes away.
That's what I heard. That's what I
I'll
heard.
take
That's
the
what the street innuendo told me.
I'll be Jimmy Jacobs. I'll take the heat. You know, everybody knows it's not my fault. Fuck it. I'll take it.
Scapegoat Jimmy Macram.
The truth will come out eventually. I'm good.
The truth shall set me free. But yes, we got a lot to discuss. AEW Continental Classic starts this Wednesday, Chicago, Illinois, Wintrust Arena, AEW Dynamite. We're going to get the first couple of matches in block play. I believe it should be for the Gold League, but we'll get into the Gold League and the Blue League. What is kind of your excitement level going into the start of the Continental Classic, Jimmy? 0 to 10, considering everything else that we talk about in the world of AEW and the current state of things.
Oh, okay. Well, that changes things just a bit. Once it was announced, I would say it was probably like a 2 out of 10. It was at 8, then it was a 2, because last year's field is, we can admit it blows this one away, right? Moxley, Jay White, Dragon, Swerve. Wasn't Swerve in it?
Yeah, Swerve was.
Come on, man. That was already 4 guys that we can't match 4 guys. No respect. But I'm sure by the time we hit Wednesday, a 7, an 8. Like, I'm just disappointed. It's like if you were expecting PS5 for Christmas, you got a PS4.
I'll still play it, but
I'm
I'm
play
a
it.
little disappointed.
Last thing you got was a fucking Nintendo 64. You better shut the fuck up and play that thing. You're right.
Respect. But yes, we appreciate y'all if you're joining us live. Appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Remember to show your appreciation back. The simplest way possible is by dropping a thumbs up on this video. You can also share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We're about 800 subscribers away from our goal for the end of 2024 of 20,000 subscribers. So tell a friend to subscribe to the channel today. And of course, if you're with us live, you could sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys here. Your excitement level. Give us a 0 to 10 number in the chat about your excitement level for AEW Continental Classic 2024. We're going to go through all the participants in the throughout this preview and kind of gauge where they're at and kind of do our rankings of who we think will be the most likely to win. So we want to hear from you guys as well. And of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here, you want to show your support to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel in the best way possible, you can do that by sending a super chat donation. Any dollar amount matters. It goes back to the contributors that you see on screen with us here. And we always appreciate the support. We do have I Make Beats in the chat who says Beast Mortos made it into the C2. Let's go. I'm kind of disappointed because I was making good point on our Full Gear review that they had that 4-way on the 0 hour with Beast Mortos, Commander, Dante Martin, and Buddy Matthews. And I was like, they should have made that like a Continental Classic qualifier. And now I realize that the reason they didn't make that is because the guy that lost got into the Classic and the guy who won didn't.
I still don't have any idea how this works, what the prestige is. Some champions are in it, some aren't. Motherfuckers who win don't get in. It's just a random assortment of wrestlers. Not mad at it, pretty good wrestlers, but still.
They got about like 2-3 years before I'm really like animate 10 toes down that they just need to stop being stubborn and just make it for a shot at the world title at Revolution.
Ooh.
That's what the G1 in Japan, the winner in August has to wait all the way to January for the Tokyo Dome show to get their shot at the world title. You know, in between there, the champion defends his title. The person who won the tournament defends their title shot. So you get some, good shows out of that, some good matchups out of that. But like, this is an adoption of the G1, it should be for a shot at the top prize.
How long would you make them wait?
Not a tournament title that you still defend when it's not in the tournament.
You said Revolution, so you haven't wait till March?
Yeah. I think that adds to kind of the significance and the where we view Revolution. Because I feel like this was the first year where Revolution, to me, felt as big as All In, All Out because of the Sting retirement. So to further that, since that's the first big show of the year, that's one of their tentpole events, you make it the winner of the Continental Classic gets their shot at the world title.
My first idea, as soon as you said that, was I'd have a heel win and then pull a Kawhi Leonard and not wrestle till March. At all. Not wrestling at all.
If Jay White needs to turn heel before the next Continental Classic, and that's the booking. That's the booking. Jay White would be the perfect person or MJF. MJF would do that anyway, but
absolutely.
We got a bunch of people in the chat. We got Chris who gives it a 10 for his excitement level. We got I Made Beats who says, can't wait to see Shelty B versus Okada and Mortos. There's going to be something else. We also got Derek who says, I am excited. We got I Made Beats who says, I was hoping Swerve would have been in. I like the fact that they made it a real kind of concerted effort to put new people in this year's tournament. I do like that.
I do like it's going to sound an insult, but I mean no disrespect. I do like the complete lack of main eventers in there. Now that we've established the what the Continental title is, I like the idea of motherfuckers like,
It's like really each block has that one main event.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wouldn't even go that high. I count one main event total. Even though he's pushing it, Hollywood, this motherfucker.
Standing next to a mountain, I'm gonna put over all of my friends. We got super chat donation from our good brother King Ellie Shell. Thank you so much, King Ellie.
Speak, bitch. Come on now. Oh my God, Siobhan, what the hell is wrong with you?
King Ellie said, mustard. Can't wait for the Super Bowl. He's excited. Did you listen to Kendrick's album yet?
I did. A fantastic album. Maybe only his fourth or fifth best, but a fantastic album. I love that album. I haven't stopped listening to it. I hate to pat myself on the back, as per usual, since nobody does it for me. It'd be nice if somebody did it for me. That's okay.
I was literally, that's why I was asking about it. I was like, I was going to give you credit because there's no, not like us on the
I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to say it was a great album, like I predicted. That's all. So I was saying, but thank you for acknowledging that.
Thank you for acknowledging. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I appreciate you for.
That's like me. That's like me being like, you know what? LeBron had a triple-double. I predicted he would be great.
Well, to be fair, we can't trust your taste. You picked Big Sean over Kendrick. I didn't forget. Come on now. Don't do that, Skip. Come on now.
I did at one time.
Yes. It's disgusting.
Hey, my young stuff. My young stuff when I was going to clubs and drinking a lot. I didn't.
He didn't want to be educated. Fair enough. I don't need this nigga preaching at me. Fair enough.
Exactly. I don't need this nigga telling me what I'm doing is wrong. I know. Now I got kids. I stay at home a lot. I got a family. Kendrick is the pop.
Fair enough.
We got another super chat donation. Thank you so much, Genesis J in the chat. Rare to see you, good brother, with me and Jimmy on the screen. So appreciate you joining us.
Why you so crazy? Take it easy. Take it easy.
He says, Shelton in the C2. Yes, sir. I will say, I do like the fact that Shelton's in it because I think like him and Buddy Matthews were like the two that I heard like fans saying dark horses to join the C2. So at least I got one.
Yes, he's probably the one looking forward to the most. Seeing Shelton in this tournament. He crushed it this last time he had singles matches. Last few singles matches he had.
Yeah. I think all of his singles matches have been really good so far. But let's get into things. Of course, the Continental Classic is the round robin tournament from AEW that starts after Full Gear with the championship finals taking place at AEW World's End. Every matchup in the Continental Classic will have a 20-minute time limit. Competitors get 2 points for a win. They get 0 points for a loss. And the individuals who have the highest point totals at the end of block play, they will meet in the semifinals with the winners from block A, from the Gold League and the Blue League meeting in the championship finals at World's End. So let's get into things. We go over here and we got our Blue League, our Blue League lineup is as follows. Jimmy Macram, you got the AEW Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada. You got the man coming off his biggest win to date, Kyle Fletcher, after defeating Will Ospreay at Full Gear. You also got, for the first time in the two iterations of the tournament, we have a reigning singles champion who has joined the league play, as we got the new TNT champion, Daniel Garcia.
Oh, never mind.
New TNT champion, Daniel Garcia, joining the field for the Blue League for the second year in a row. Another competitor making his second appearance in a row in the Continental Classic is Mark Briscoe. Then we have the aforementioned Shelton Benjamin. And finally, we had the Beast Mortos. What do you think about the field for the Blue League?
I don't want to be rude. I really like Shelton Benjamin in this tournament. I'm really unimpressed with this field in general. No disrespect. First of all, my disappointment is immeasurable that Takeshi's not in this tournament. I knew we dropped the Okada thing, but I thought maybe we were just saving it for the tournament. We were not. It's just done. I'm very sad. But listen, a bunch of solid matches here. Okada's got to be the favorite. My guess is Okada and Kyle Fletcher in the finals of this.
For the Blue League?
Yeah, because Ospreay's pulling some strings, I would imagine.
And I stand corrected. Yusuf saying is 3 points for a win. So there you go.
Gotcha.
All right. Before I give my Blue League finals prediction, I want to play a game of toughest versus best. So each of these competitors tell me the match that you either know for sure they're gonna lose or is their toughest matchup out of the Blue League, and what you think is going to be their best match in the Blue League. So it could be the same matchup, but you give me one for both. So we'll start with Okada since he's the champion. I will say his toughest match, I would say out of everybody in this tournament, Okada has the most likelihood to go 5-0. Honestly, I really feel like regardless of if he win or lose, in the end, he's at least going to the semifinals. And with the league being as I will agree with you, I feel the Blue League is less tougher than the Gold League, and the quality of the matches of the competitors.
Less tougher? You're really gonna butcher the English language so you don't have to say what you want to say? Weaker. No. Weaker is the word you're looking for. Weaker. Less than.
I was trying not to go weaker, but the less stars in the Blue League versus the Gold League, I think Okada has a chance to go 5-0. But I would say his toughest matchup, if you really want to give someone the rub here, I think out of all the people, it's either got to be one of the young stars of Kyle Fletcher or Daniel Garcia to piss off Jimmy Macram just a little bit less because I care about my friends. I'm going to go with Daniel Garcia because Daniel Garcia, he's going to need all he needs to do to improve on last year is win 2 matches. But you gotta make the really good matches. Honestly, I think Garcia could go like 3-2 this year to kind of show the improvement. And then I think coming out of this tournament, he may be my favorite to win next year's tournament because it feels like an overarching story that they're telling by putting him in this year's tournament. We're gonna see some type of improvement because he comes in as the TNT champion. But I really think he needs a big quality win, and that would be against Okada. So for Okada's toughest, I will say Daniel Garcia. For his best match of the Blue League, I will give that to Kyle Fletcher. What about you?
You got the last part right. Definitely his best match being Kyle Fletcher. You know, he knows Ospreay's watching, and we don't want to upset the boss. So we're gonna actually give our best effort against Kyle Fletcher. I think Fletcher beats him too. I'm sorry. I am 100% on the. I'm not on the Fletcher bandwagon. What am I on? I'm on the Fletcher.
You're begrudgingly on. This is gonna happen.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I'm on the propaganda that Will Ospreay is pushing. Yes, Kyle Fletcher will beat Okada, and then Okada beats him in the semis. That's my guess. Good Lord. Best match also Fletcher for the same reason.
That's fair. All right. So then we go to Kyle Fletcher. I would say his toughest matchup, if we're going to put the aside, because I do think, like I said, I think him and Garcia have the best chance to beat Okada. So I won't put his toughest as Okada. I will actually put his toughest as, I'm trying to think. I'll say Shelton Benjamin. I think Shelton Benjamin should go on a nice little run here. I think he's another one that I peg for at least getting a above 500 record. So I'll put Shelton for Fletcher's toughest, his Fletcher's best. I'll agree with you on the Fletcher side of things. I think his best match will be Okada.
Yeah, the Okada one's easy. As far as toughest, I like the Shelton pick. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Daniel Garcia. I wouldn't be shocked to try to give Garcia a bit of a rub here, even though he won a belt. You think that'd be enough? But you did beat Jack Perry, so that doesn't count as much. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Garcia as the toughest. No Jack Perry in this. I'm a little surprised. I ain't gonna hold you.
You thought Jack Perry would be in the tournament?
Instead of Garcia, I just figured like he needs a rub. He ain't got much else to do. That Omega match, I would imagine, is off the table if we have any kind of common sense at all.
let me get that. Let me get that real quick. They pull out their pencil. It was written in pen, but they pull out a pencil and they're like, we can.
I would imagine.
Anyway.
That's why Omega's not coming back. He think he's slick. I know this move. You guys are fine without
he's
me.
like, I've seen this before. This
motherfucker don't do nothing he don't want to do. Me and Jericho, my insides hurt. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
My insides hurt. Sorry. You can't check it? Oh, okay.
Absolutely. No inside doctor here.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Daniel Garcia, toughest versus best.
The toughest, you know what? They're probably gonna make a big show of him and Beast Mortos. Or maybe Shelton. Shelton likes throwing around small guys.
Yeah.
I'm picking Shelton.
I think we're going to agree on toughest is Shelton Benjamin. I feel like that win, they're going to set up some they have to do what New Japan Pro Wrestling does when they put a champion, a reigning champion in. Any losses is setting up future matches. And I think that Shelton Benjamin, Daniel Garcia for the TNT Championship, that would be a really strong kind of title match on TV or even like a mid-card matchup on a pay-per-view. That I would be interested in that.
Ooh. I do want to see that. Now I think about it.
Yeah. So I say Shelton for toughest. Best for Garcia, I'm going to say Fletcher. I feel like those two guys will come out with like a chip on their shoulder and really deliver.
How does Fletcher have a chip? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to complain about Fletcher the whole night. I promise. I promise.
This is just Jimmy letting up. He refuses to watch the Ospreay and Fletcher matchup. And now he's just hating on it.
But what do we need? First of all, Kyle Fletcher's not this guy. Not yet. He's not very charismatic. Well, he's charismatic. He can't speak. He yells like a psychopath. He's had 8 gimmicks since he's gotten here, and he's Will Ospreay's friend. I don't understand what this big deal is. But then Ospreay gives him a win at the pay-per-view because that's just what we need in AEW. Another upper mid-carder. That's what we need. Fucking Orange Cassidy, Darby, Jay White. Fuck, we have no more. We got enough upper mid-carders. We need Kyle Fletcher to be one too. Good Lord.
It does sense. I want Fletcher to win the whole thing just to make Jimmy cry.
I would cry. I don't think I've ever cried on camera. I'd probably cry. Just what are we doing? Why is this happening to me?
Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you.
This man needs to be stopped. Why are we letting Ospreay get away with this? No main eventers around. MJF's gone. Omega's not here. We need one of our only main eventers to lose to this bum because he's his friend. What are we doing?
What do you think is going to be Garcia's best match on the tournament of Blue League?
Fletcher actually feels right. I'm not going to go with that though. I'm going to go with Okada.
Fair. Mark Briscoe. I'm interested with Mark Briscoe because I think like multiple people had. I know you said you don't care, but I know multiple people for Mark Briscoe last year had multiple different matches that they loved from him. Me personally, I thought his best matchup was Roosh. Him and Roosh just slapping the shit out of each other in last year's tournament was my favorite. This year, I will go with toughest. I think it's Kyle Fletcher. I think Kyle Fletcher's definitely beaten Mark Briscoe in this tournament. I'm gonna say his best. I think that it'll be him and Beast Mortos because I feel like they'll be at the bottom of the league and they'll want to have a really damn good matchup because they're just wrestling for pride, as they'll say on commentary.
I'm gonna go with your best. I'll go Mortos. Toughest, all of them. Bunch of fucking losses. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to. I'm not even sure he beats Mortos. This is just a bunch of fucking losses. I like Mark Briscoe, but good lord, he was set up here.
He's just here to get 1-4, 1-4, 2-3 at best, 2-3 at best. That's the goal.
2-3. Mortos and who? Mortos and whom? Where do you see 2 at? I don't even kind of see 2. Oh my god, you poor bastard.
I mean, maybe Fletcher will be like undefeated and he just leaves that one loss, and then you have Mark full of the upset on Fletcher.
Yeah, so we can get a whole story. Kyle Fletcher, he's learned from his mistakes. And now he's about to take it to the next level. Shut up. No.
Shut up. Then you got Shelton Benjamin. This is an interesting one. I would say the toughest, the only person that I think can beat him in his block is Kazuchika Okada. I think that's the only person that I can see him reasonably beating him. As far as his best match, I think that might come with Kyle Fletcher. I feel like Kyle Fletcher is basically a proving ground for Benjamin that he's ready for Ospreay.
Ooh. Best of them go with Fletcher. I don't think Okada turns up Shelton Benjamin. I think he has, I'm not gonna say he has little respect, but not as much as we all have for Shelton Benjamin, this WWE mid Carter. He's gonna get a 4 out of 10 effort.
He's like, you remind me of Shinsuke Nakamura, bitch.
Toughest. Yeah, Fletcher feels right. Yeah.
And then finally for the Blue League, we got the Beast Mortos. Best, I will keep that as Mark Briscoe, like I gave to Mark. And toughest, it's another one that's like all of them. But I would say the guarantee for me, guaranteed loss for him is probably I'll give it to Daniel Garcia. Actually, I'll give it to Garcia.
Wow. I can't parse this. This is about to be a rough one. I can't wait for who over here was popping up Mortos earlier. I can't wait to see how rough this is going to be. 0-6. 0-6. Maybe 1-5. He might stretch.
He gave him an extra. He only has 5 matches. He gave him an extra more.
0-5. Maybe I can stretch to 1-4. I maybe stretch it. Oh yeah, I mean beats you, poor bastard. Ooh. Yeah, I don't see it. Sorry,
Love it. All right. So so your finals prediction for the Blue League is Okada versus Fletcher.
Certainly.
I'm actually going to agree with you on that one. I'll give it I think Okada and Fletcher is the safe bet for the Blue League. So that allows us to move on over to the Gold League, which I mean, we could just say it now, the Superior League. Because the Gold League has, I feel like there's no misses in this line. There's no, even the people at the bottom. I feel confident. I feel confident in one of the two at least getting a big time win in this tournament. But we got Darby Allin, the former 2-time TNT champion, first time in the Continental Classic. We got a returning star in the Continental Classic, Claudio Castagnoli, 1/3 of the AEW World Trios champions. We have a veteran of round robin tournaments, Will Ospreay, making his debut in the Continental Classic. Another person who has experience in round robin tournaments and making their debut in the Continental Classic is Ricochet. Another returning star for the Continental Classic is the House of Black's Brody King. And then finally, rounding out the Gold League, we got the Bang Bang Gang's Juice Robinson. What do you think about the lineup for the Gold League?
So we've got 1, 2, 3 upper mid carders, if I want to be nice about Claudio. And we've got the only main eventer in the tournament. Okada doesn't count, sorry. And Will Ospreay. This one
we have fringe main eventer Darby Allin.
Fringe, what does that mean?
That means he's on the cusp.
Sure.
Being the main eventer for this company.
Yes. Didn't he just lose to fucking Claudio on free TV clean?
Hey, that's why he's in this tournament. Get your win back, man. Get your win back, baby. Get your win back, baby.
Sorry. It's only 4 main eventers in this place, and Darby ain't one of them. No disrespect. Love you, Darby. My favorite TV wrestler ever. But come on now. Let's knock it off. Yeah, I love this side. This is my favorite side. This better be the Dynamite side. Please don't do this to me.
This is up there to me with last year's Gold League. I think that last year's Blue League is much better than this year's Blue League. But I feel like this Gold League is on par, maybe even slightly better. Because I would take Juice Robinson over Jay White. You got to compare the lowest on the total. I mean, no, not Jay White, Jay Lethal, excuse me.
Okay.
Like the words came out of my mouth and I tried to grab it and bring it back. Yeah, no, but I would take Juice Robinson over Jay Lethal. You got to compare the lowest on the totem pole for each of those leagues. Gold League last year had Jay Lethal. This Gold League has Juice Robinson. I take Juice over Jay.
What are the other 5 guys last year? I don't remember.
Other 5 guys were Jon Moxley, Jay White, Swerve Strickland, Roosh, Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal. Gold.
Oh, you might be on something. This is before Swerve went nuts, right? So,
yeah,
you know what? I might take this year's.
Yeah, I would take this
Moxley.
Pretty much. I feel like Swerve was on his way. He was the Darby of that group.
Did he choke? Did he choke any babies yet? Or this is pre-choking babies?
No, yeah, he choked the baby. This was after the Texas Death Match. It was after Full Gear last year.
Yeah, he was French. Darby's not French. Sorry, no disrespect.
Man, Darby Allin out here in
these
these
streets. Claudio clean on free TV. He ain't made it.
But he closed the pay-per-view. He closed the pay-per-view.
Yeah, so did fucking Stephanie when fucking Undertaker kidnapped her. So what?
She wasn't the last face we saw. We saw
the last face.
Good night, Stephanie.
Scorsese blocking. This is insanity. Almost killed himself, you fucking idiot.
All right, but yeah, I think that this one is much better. You got a bunch of people who have experience in the round robin or were in last year's tournament. Juice Robinson's another one who's been in plenty of G1s. This feels like the one that is going to deliver the best matches on the tournament. I think we're going to get at least like one great match every week based on this lineup to me.
That's a hell of a take. TV's about to pick up. I feel it.
Yeah,
because less booking and more wrestling.
Usually that's how it works in AEW. The pay-per-views are better than the week-to-week booking, and this tournament always delivers some of the best week-to-week booking. And because I think that he is better at giving it over to the experience of like the producers, the agents to book and do storytelling within the matchup better than he is to be like, all right, this is the promo, this is the angle we're gonna do.
He's better at giving it to. You could have stopped there.
He's better at delegating.
Give him to anybody, somebody else. Go on the street and hand a book to somebody. It'd be better. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my God. What the fuck?
I forgot to ask. I know I'll get to it, but I forgot to ask for the Blue League. What is your number one must-watch match for the Blue League before we get into things for the Gold League?
Can you put the Blue League up again? I want to miss anything.
Well, it's Okada, Fletcher, Garcia, Briscoe, Shelton, Mortos.
Jesus. What's going to be the best match or my must-see match?
Your must-see
match. Shelton and Okada. It's either going to be awful or it's going to be fantastic. I need to see this match. I need
Big Man Dog says, "Yeah, I wanted AEW to do more storylines, and I take it back. Just do matches."
We all learn from mistakes. It happens. I'm with you.
Oh, Big Man Dog says it's kind of crazy how they're up front about calling the good side the Gold League. That is true. This is 2 years in a row where they just say, you know what, Gold League. This is the Gold League.
Yeah, who do you think they're tricking us? They were going Gold League and Silver League. They went, that's probably too obvious. We're going to call this the Blue League.
I mean, last year's Blue League, I will say, it blows this year's Blue League out the water. Because I believe last year's Blue League was Brian Kingston, the eventual winner, Claudio, Andrade, Brody, and Garcia. Garcia was the lowest guy on the totem pole, and he's the TNT champion now. Like that, that blue league might be even better than this Golden League. Like,
oh, it's entirely possible. I forget Dragon. That's crazy. Dragon Eddie. Oh man.
Yep. We got 2 Dragon Eddie matchup. That's what he was cutting the promo. You bum. He's a bum.
He's a bum.
I need that type of storytelling this year, but we're gonna see. We got Gold League. We'll do the best versus toughest, and we'll start with Darby Allin. Darby Allin, toughest. I'm going to say his toughest. I would have said before last week Claudio Castagnoli, but because he faced Carlio before the tournament, I feel like the tournament is here to give him his win back so they can be 1-1 coming out of the tournament and can have a big blow-off match coming out of it. So I would say I'm gonna go with Brody King. I think Brody King is the guy that really kind of started Eddie Kingston's whole journey last year, where he lost that first big matchup. That was the first big upset of the Continental Classic. And then he got another big win against Claudio, and then he lost all the way through. I think Brody, once again this year, he's going to have a strong start. So I think that he faces Darby early and he beats him.
I wouldn't be shocked that's his first match.
I wouldn't be shocked either. At all.
Cody back-to-back losses. I'm good with that. Not in the tournament, but he lost to him on Wednesday. Claudio. I like toughest being Brody. I like that. Best, you're always safe going Ospreay, but I'm not sure how they mesh.
I just said like when I saw the lineup, that's my best for Darby. It's Ospreay because that's like the must-see match for me overall in the tournament. Like when I was like first time matchup that we're getting in this tournament. I don't think there's anything more interesting. Either can be like you said, their styles might not mesh, but just to see these two guys in the ring together, I think they're gonna come up with something very unique.
Oh, it would definitely be unique. Darby is the most unique person that size. Ricochet should take notes instead of being like everybody else. But it's not here there. I can talk about that right now. I've insulted Ricochet. I'm gonna go Brody for best. As great as that Claudio match was, the Brody and Darby. Yeah, come on now. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take my shot.
It's one of his all-time opponents. I was like, it's him, Joe, and Claudio now. We need a fourth person to enter the chat.
What the fuck is Joe?
I think he's on his way back. He's on his way back soon. Then we go Claudio. I will say toughest Darby, only because he just beat him. So I think that Darby for sure will beat him in the tournament. And I would say best, like you said, it's very easy to go Ospreay with all of these guys, but I'm gonna go with Ricochet.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to take the chalk, as the cool kids say. I'm gonna pick Ospreay for best. And toughest shit. Oh my god. That means we get Ospreay. I mean not Ospreay. We get Claudio versus Brody. I'm picking Brody for toughest. I think Brody might go over.
Let's go on. Go one right there. Then we got Will Ospreay. I would say toughest. I think you gotta give it a win to Ricochet. You gotta give him that first win against him.
Yeah.
I think it's Ricochet. Then I would say his best. I'm gonna stick with Darby Allin. I gave it to Darby for him, and I'll give him for Darby. Toughest and best for Ospreay.
Yeah, toughest is gonna be Ricochet because he's like Hogan thought like Roman. just gonna put over everybody I like, family members and horseshit. Why can't you just be a little selfish? I don't know so much. But I'm gonna go with Ricochet for toughest. That's a loss. Ricochet's beating fucking Ospreay. That's almost I can almost pen that in. Pen that in. And then best not Ricochet, that's the worst. I'm gonna go with I like it, Darby. I like Darby. Let's do that.
Yeah. We got a bunch of people mentioning Ospreay and Brody. Yeah, it's first time. I think it's the first time meeting as well. That's an interesting one. I want to see Ospreay try to do a couple of his moves on Brody.
That could be fun.
Yeah. Then we got Ricochet. I would say his toughest, I would probably say is he feels like the top, the person that could pretty much beat all the top people, but I feel like he's gonna have a stupid loss. So I'm gonna say his toughest is Juice Robinson. I feel like if he's gonna have at least 1 to 2 losses in this tournament, and I feel like one of them is gonna be the Juice, because you can't let Juice just go win this. So I'll say Juice, and I'll say his best. It would be easy to go with Ospreay. I'm gonna go with Claudio. I'll trade them as well.
I like it. Toughest, I have to believe he's not beating Darby. I have to believe this. So I'm gonna go with Darby because he can't be this stupid. So his best for Ricochet, I'm gonna go with Brody. That's gotta be. Come on, that can't be great. That can't not be great, rather. I'm going. Brody.
Yeah, it cannot be great. I mean, it's Brody King. Like, he's gonna beat the shit out of this young man. Then we got Brody King. I would say his toughest. I'm gonna actually go with Claudio for his toughest, because since he beat Claudio last year, I think that there's a good chance that Claudio gets his win back here. And I would say his best. I will go with like you said, the chalk, Will Ospreay.
Same on the best. Toughest. Damn. He's gonna take quite a few losses. Probably not as many as I think, though. I'm gonna go with Ospreay too. I think Ospreay goes over.
Yeah, I think so too. And then we got Juice
and Claudio is another first time matchup. Did you know that fucking Jack Perry and QT Marshall's the first time matchup? First time ever.
I hate you. I hate you. I knew it was coming.
I love you, Juice. I'm just saying. Well, you know, first time match.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Juice, I would say his toughest. Let's say Claudio Castagnoli. Only because we just mentioned him, and all of these matches are tough for Juice. And I would say his best. He's put on some bangers in the past with Ospreay, but I'll actually give it to the person who I think will beat Ricochet.
Ooh, Ricochet's so hit or miss with me. Toughest, all of them for Juice. Sorry, Juice. I love you. It's gonna be a rough go of it. Best for Juice. Shit. I'm gonna take a shot here. I'm gonna go with Claudio.
That's fair.
I'm gonna give it a shot. We'll see how it goes.
So, who do you got in the finals for the Gold League?
Ospreay and fucking Ricochet, because that's what this tournament is about. Well, Ospreay putting his own guys over. Of course not. We let it slide because he's not Hunter and he's not Hogan. We let it slide. He just do what he wants. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm going with Ospreay and Ricochet. Good lord.
I will go with. Yeah, I'll go with. I'm gonna go with something different.
Okay.
I'm the reason I'm having a hard time because it's literally one of my favorite wrestlers in the business right now, and I have to say he's not making the semis, but I am. I'll go with Ricochet and Claudio Castagnoli for the semifinals. Blue.
No Darby and no Ospreay?
I'll go with
Shit.
that. Who do you have? So you have in the Blue League finals, Okada and Fletcher, right?
Yes.
Who do you have winning?
I've got to believe the power of Okada's contract can beat out the politics of Ospreay. I have to believe this. I'm going to go with Okada. I'm going to go with Okada. I have to.
I'll also go with Okada. I have the same semifinals in the Blue League, so I'll also go with Okada over there. And then Gold League, we have different finals. You got Ricochet and Ospreay. I got Ricochet and Claudio. I'm going in the finals, Ricochet to beat Claudio in the Gold League finals, and I'm going with a final of Okada versus Ricochet. Who you got?
I've got Ospreay getting his win back over Ricochet. Therefore, going up in their series. Even the first time, right? Oh no, it was a draw.
It was it was a draw. It was a draw. Yeah, 2 draws.
So Ospreay gets his win back. Good Lord, how did I even get away with this shit? All right, stop. Yeah. So Ospreay versus Okada. Headlining WrestleMania.
All right. So who you got to win the 2024 Continental Classic? Okada versus Ospreay. I guess we can, and I got Okada versus Ricochet, so we'll do a 3-2-1, and then we'll say who we think is going to win. 3, 2, 1, Okada.
Ospreay. Wow. I was afraid to pick Okada. It just didn't feel like a win to me. You know, I'm not gonna switch.
I was like, they may give this to Ricochet, even if Ricochet makes it.
Yeah, just to say, look, you did something. You didn't.
Yep. We gave you this. And he's facing the winner of this year's G1 in the Tokyo Dome in January.
Ooh.
So it would make sense. So that's why I got Ricochet. I will admit, to make these things interesting, sometimes I change my prediction because my prediction for the Gold League was Ricochet and Ospreay in the semifinals. So I was like, can't be too obvious, you know. I was like, Claudio would probably be my third pick if I had to. So let's quickly rank these people in like least likely is to win their league and the most likely. So we'll go with the Blue League. How I would rank it: number 1, Okada; number 2, Fletcher; number 3, Garcia. No, number 3, Shelton Benjamin; number 4, Garcia; Briscoe 5; Beast Mortel 6.
I'd switch Mark Briscoe and Mortos. That is not bad, but as unimportant as Mortos is, we know where Mark Briscoe stands. We've seen that for a few years now. Why are we pretending here? They lost to Jericho twice. What are we doing?
Then we go to the Gold League. How I would rank that: number 1, I think Will Ospreay. Despite my feelings on who I think will make the finals, I think Will Ospreay is the most likely to win the Gold League. Number 2, then I would go Ricochet. Number 3, Claudio. Number 4, Darby. Number 5, Brody King. And number 6, Juice Robinson.
Fringe main eventer on the cusp. Darby's 4th.
Because Darby has bigger fish to fry. This is not who I think is the biggest star in the league, who I think is the biggest star in the block, who I think is a main eventer in the block. I think that he's because I don't think he's winning this because he has plans to win the AEW World Championship. If this was for a shot at the AEW World Championship, yeah, Darby Allin would be my number 1.
Gotcha. The Rock, X-Pac, fucking Taka, Steve Austin. French main eventer Steve Austin. What are we doing? Absolutely. Come on now. Knock it off.
This guy over here. Can't take
Ospreay. Ospreay's 1. And then I don't mind that Ricochet pick. Yeah. Ospreay, Ricochet, Darby, Claudio, Brody, and Juice. Sorry, Charlie.
I would think that Ricochet making the finals and losing is better for him long term because we have to get a Ricochet heel turn. I think that's the only way to tap into something character-wise.
Shit. Sir, this is for you. This is an intervention for you and for we need a Ricochet heel turn. What? We need to tap into what? This is Dragon Ball Z. There's nothing there. It's over. Why can't we accept that this is him? It just is. He hit the ceiling 10 years ago. Fucking cornball. He hit the ceiling 10 years ago. It's over. And it's fine. Listen, he's got a great contract, I would imagine. He's got great friends, good Lord. And he's fucking with Samantha. The man is loving life. What more do you want? I gotta get more out of fucking Ricochet. There's nothing to get. Upper mid Carter. That's his ceiling.
We got a bunch of picks for the finals in the chat. Alex Powell says Ospreay versus Okada. We got Okada versus Claudio from Derek. We got Christopher who says Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay wins. So some interesting picks here.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I mean, Big Man Dog said earlier, I really don't want to see Ospreay with I was going to say secondary, a tertiary belt, but what can I do? He doesn't want the world belt. What do you want from me? He wants to play with his friends.
It does think like if Ospreay makes it to the semifinals, I think that it's probably a safe bet. They'll put the Continental title on him just to keep him away from the world title.
It's jarring. What the fuck are we doing? Why?
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. All right, we've made it to the end of our AEW Continental Classic 2024 preview. Had a lot of fun talking the tournament with all of you. And of course, my good brother, Jimmy Macram. Thank you for joining me, especially last minute. I greatly appreciate it. And yes, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media and any final thoughts heading into this Wednesday start of the Continental Classic.
Enjoy it. You know, some really good matches. Try not to overthink things. It'll make your head hurt trying to enter into that man's brain. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy. That's all I can say. I'm here to help. Enjoy.
Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. You guys, you can follow me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. Follow the gang, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at TrueHillHeat. Patreon.com/TrueHillHeat. $3 a month gets you exclusive content. The best place to support us when we are not live here. And of course, check out all the great content we got on the channel right now, like our AEW Full Gear 2024
Good Lord. Look at this
review. Just for you. Just for you. Also, check out our True Hill Heat flagship podcast 304 from this past Saturday.
Called that too. CM Punk, let's go.
CM Punk joining up with the OG bloodline for War Games and Paul Heyman's return as well. And yes, check out all the great stuff. We appreciate y'all for joining us live. Appreciate y'all for watching us on demand. Yes, she got signed to WWE ID.
ID?
Yeah, the independent development contract.
Oh, okay. I thought ID meant that'd be nice. No Chris Jericho jokes. We're keeping it clean. We're keeping it clean, folks. Keep it clean.
On that note, that's the perfect place to send on out for Jimmy Macram. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our AEW Continental Classic 2024 preview. We are signing off until next time.